So welcome back to the worst place in the multiverse.
That would be.
No, we're not.
We're not there
Tower.
yet.
We're not there yet. 1 second.
I what's he doing now? I'm so scared.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to be in the worst place in the multiverse, let me real quick cast a spell on myself that I like to call Longstrider.
Well, we're... Oh my god.
This is against Twitch terms of service. What's happening right now? This is gonna get me banned off Twitch.
I stand corrected, Nodal. That is the worst place in the universe.
7 more.
So, this tiny little room.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Small
Bigger on the inside?
hexagonal room. No, it's as big as you see here. These are 5-foot squares, and it's much smaller on the inside than you expected from the outside, honestly. Like, this room doesn't seem to take up all the physical space of what should be the hut outside, kind of on its dragon leg haunches.
But that makes sense. I mean, it's like when you go into a building, you don't expect to see the entire building before you most of the time, right?
That's true. We're just in a room.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Eldove's not immediately apparent, so that's like, okay.
Hey, he must be in a different room.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is, stepping into this room, is that the materials of the wall, the floor, the ceiling don't match the materials on the outside. Where the outside of the hut, the structure, was made of stones with little battlements on the top and the gold dragon's haunches that it was sitting on. The inside looks like it's made of like driftwood and found debris. There's a good amount of burn marks along the floor and the walls. It looks like the walls are cracked and broken in places, but you can't see what's on the other side. And there's just broken boxes and barrels stacked up on either side of the room. The door you came through, looking at the back of it, when you turn around, you can no longer see out onto the deck of the Relentless. In fact, you can't see much of anything turning around through the door. It just looks like a solid pane of black glass.
Okay.
The door itself looks like it's made of different materials. It looks like it's a rickety wooden door that, again, has suffered some damage at some point, burn damage. Very conspicuously, there are 2 or 3 barrels along the south wall, near to where Kelian is standing, that are large enough for a man to crawl inside. And over one of these barrels on the wall is a handwritten sign hung on a nail, which reads, "Secret trap door in barrel," with an arrow pointing at the nearest barrel.
That's convenient.
In addition to that, there is another door across from here. Again, this looks like a rickety wooden door that's been burned and half broken.
I'm going to have to open this barrel, aren't I?
This Eldove character seems...
I kind of feel like we got a puzzle book that had all the answers already written in it.
You ever heard of that parody game Pissed?
Yes. I remember that.
Actually, yeah.
That's what this is.
The version goes over to the barrel indicated by the sign and tries to open it.
Okay, and the wooden top of the barrel is nailed in place all the way around.
Crowbar?
Well, you are in luck, sirs.
Hey!
Or we had a carpenter.
And man. Yeah. I got my burglar's kit with me. Let's crack this thing open.
Hey, you gonna crowbar it up?
I do. Yep.
You're not even going to check to see if it's a mimic first?
I'm sure
Says
it is.
Riot, I think.
Is Riot just at the back of the room, like with her fingers crossed, like rocking back and forth? Like, I hope it's a mimic. I hope it's a mimic.
Is it really a burglar's kit if you're just using it to open up a barrel?
Don't ask questions.
So you start
Things
prying.
can have multiple uses.
You start prying the nails loose from the lid of this barrel. You manage to get the lid up and out, And as soon as you open it, you start feeling a cold breeze blowing up out of the bottom of the barrel. And peering inside, you see that the bottom of the barrel has the same kind of just opaque black glass that the front door looks like. And nailed very crudely to the side of the barrel, curiously in such a way that the nails don't poke out through the barrel, is a rickety ladder leading down that just looks like it descends through this opaque pane.
Hop onto the ladder and start crawling down.
All right, Liberation's going down first.
Going down swinging.
Liberation, make a strength saving throw.
I remember this.
I'm super not going to go first.
Excuse me. How'd that save go?
Oh, I didn't realize you'd ask me to make a save.
Yeah, strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. My strength saving throw song. Does an 18 pass?
Let's hope so. Liberation.
Hey.
You climb down the ladder, and you're kind of climbing against this wind. And after you, the rest of your group sees you disappear through this black pane. Where you end up is dangling above a bottomless pit.
Ooh.
So from your point of view, this room here looks like it's made out of like sandstone blocks.
Okay.
The walls and the floor. You're still holding on to this rickety wooden ladder, although the back of the barrel that it's been nailed to is gone. It's just like it's just hanging there, and it's not a very well constructed ladder. And you're swinging kind of back and forth. You're hearing the creaking of the wood, and for a moment after you come through that black pane, which doesn't feel like anything when you pass through it, it just feels like you're climbing down this ladder. You feel this wind rushing up from below, and you get blown about a little bit. But you manage to hold fast. So you're about 20 or 30 feet above where the floor is in this area. But, I mean, it's just a pit in all directions. Looking around, you can see the doors you see here on the map. And
right.
two little alcoves off to this side here. And looking up, this room doesn't have a ceiling. The walls just go up, and the whole thing just ends in a black pane of glass.
Shout up toward the party. Hey, you guys hear me?
You hipsters hear nothing.
We're not going in after him, right?
No, we're gonna wait to see if he comes back.
Climb back up the ladder.
Okay, he comes climbing back up out of the barrel.
Watch that last step. It's a doozy.
Are we going down there? Or should we go through here? She points to the door.
That's the way back out. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know the
Is
difference
it?
between these
You
doors.
guys came in this door here.
Yeah.
It's okay, Liberation.
Now-
It's easy to get turned around.
As in the original Baba Yaga's hut, it's going to be up to you guys to map this place out. Don't rely on me to tell you where doors go.
Well,
Keep it.
let's not go through the door
Thomas.
above the bottom.
Did we have a map last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
You have handy dandy numbers for each of these rooms, so it shouldn't be
Yeah,
too
it's not too
terribly
onerous.
We have handy dandy paint tools.
What's the handy?
Actually, no, we have letters. That's even better.
Type
Type here.
here.
Hey.
We don't know where A goes yet. We've got B,
No.
which goes to here.
Okay. So
B for barrel.
Sure.
Yep.
Nice.
Riot's gonna try opening this door. A.
okay, and you can't see anything on the other side of it. The door swings open, swings inward, kind of like a. It's just a lightweight door. It feels like it's going to break off in your hands, but it's just black paint on the other side of it.
Whoop. Riot walks through.
Riot walks
let's
through,
go.
and the rest of you see Riot disappear. Riot, you come through this door up here.
That's convenient.
It's already one day. It's great.
So you step into this door here, and what you're standing in looks like a little, little guest room. There is a nice large feather bed in here, a table, an empty trunk, a large unwound clock standing against one wall. The pendulum of which is not moving, and the clock stands silent. In front of you is a doorway leading out into this center area. And what you can see, the center area, you have this kind of raised dais in the middle, and above it, from your point of view looking out into it, is just something is dripping into the center, dripping liquid onto the floor. And you see across the room 3 more closed doors.
Okay. Riot is going to bend through the portal and try and see if she can see. She's gonna try and go halfway through.
Okay. Which side is your head on?
The one side back here.
The way it works is trying to go halfway through a portal is extremely disorienting at best, and you find that you're not able to do it for more than a couple of seconds. And eventually you reach an equilibrium. You pop into whatever side your head is on. It's kind of like trying to balance a pencil on your fingertip.
Yeah. Okay. And says, looks okay through this door. I think I'd rather go through that than whatever Liberation found himself in.
Well, Liberation will describe what he saw, but
Oh, I was assuming he did already.
yeah. So yeah, no, that sounds a lot better, a lot easier to navigate. So.
I'm gonna look at that.
Liberation.
I'm gonna look at that.
Sure.
Look at that what?
The clock.
Take a look at the clock. Just a large freestanding grandfather clock, but it's not wound and it's not moving. It stands silent.
What time is it indicating?
12:03.
King's 12:10.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. What time did you say?
12:03.
3.
12:03.
Write that down, mister.
Definitely not.
Start walking out this way. Look around the.
The next 2 rooms are going to be a piano and the towers of Honoi.
God damn it, Eldove.
Stepping out into the room, you can get a good look at what's dripping on this center dais, and it looks like just a large sphere of reddish liquid. And it's a very sweet and heady odor as you step out into this wood. You realize you're smelling wine.
Damn. Smells like some good hooch up there.
I'll try some.
And Ferocity stands on her tippy toes and puts her nose in the air and starts lapping at the wine like the goddamn dog she is.
All right, first of all,
Do you have a wine drinking anime song you're gonna play for us now?
no, I don't.
Oh.
If you want, I could go find one.
To your taste, it's very, very sweet. Definitely consuming enough of this would get you nice and tipsy, but it's much sweeter than most wine that you've had. Most wine you've had to compare it with. Almost
I think it's a dessert
sickly
wine.
so.
Sure.
And you guys that have climbed up the top of the stairs can get a good look at the door on the other side. These 3 doors here, the one you came out of and these 2 here, are all closed. This one is closed, but on the outside of it, it has heavy wooden bars coming down from either angle. You'd have to lift them up out of the way with gold bands instead of iron, keeping the door shut.
Hang on, Frosty. You can have wine for dessert?
You can have wine anytime, honey.
So there's iron bands on these 2 doors and gold ones down here.
No, this door here has the large wooden bars with gold bands. These other two doors have no bars, no bands, no nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna try to open this one.
Locked.
I'm not fucking around this time.
Step over to when I hear try the door and it's locked, I'm gonna step over here and try this one.
Also locked.
Well, bollocks. Unless Kelian wanted to try his any apparent locking mechanism.
Yeah, there's a keyhole. If you had the key, you'd be able to open it easily enough.
What if you have lockpicks and thieves' tools?
Well, why don't you go ahead and make me a dexterity thieves tools check?
What if I
Maybe I
stood
will.
back over here?
Just in case the door's a mimic?
I've only been around Kelian for about a day at this point.
That's hot garbage. It's a hot garbage 12. Because this has to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, a 12.
Yeah.
And the door opens up. It unlocks.
Fine.
I gotta say,
You
if
look
nothing
like you're
interesting
fucking
is gonna
that
happen on failure, it's kind of hard to make a door DC be interesting.
Open it up.
Might as well make it loud.
Yeah. Sorry, I assumed the opening of the door would be mandatory.
In fact, Frosty will probably say that in character because that's the kind of thing she would say.
And inside, there's another guest room. Furnished the same as the one you came through. With the same kind of door on the far side that you originally came through.
Anything?
Kelian, let's see if you can open this one first before we go through any more doors. Or through any more black spaces, I should say, because that was a door.
All right, let's try this door.
Okay, roll it.
Here comes lower than a 3. Oh no.
Oh,
All right, no, you got right on in there. You're fine. And another guest room. Furnished the same as the first two, again with a door on the far end. But there's something on the desk in this room. Something on the table next to the feather bed.
Let's go check it out.
What are our light
Please be medic.
sources right now, if anything?
Maybe
if-
dark vision.
If
Dark
it's dark,
vision.
Riot would have put up a light
Kelian
cantrip.
has, Kelian has dark vision.
Okay.
Is it dark?
Yeah, it's unless you have a light source.
Then I would put up light cantrip.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
Nath will put a nightlight cantrip on the top of his staff.
Okay.
That's fine.
You realize-
Dark members of the party can just stand away from me.
What you thought was on the table is actually like a carving in the top of the table. It's a wooden table, and carved with, I don't know, a knife or a letter opener, some kind of sharp implement, and it's just crudely carved the phrase "days trapped in Eldove's stupid hut," and then a lot of tick marks.
In Eldove's stupid hut, huh? Apparently someone's not a fan, huh?
And counting them up, there are 32 tick marks.
Oh, I overjudged that by a factor of
Eldove.
Eldove. Well, at least they had plenty of wine.
When you say that each of these 3 rooms is guest rooms is furnished the same, do you mean they all have like grandfather clocks in them?
They do.
Okay. And they're all stopped, I assume?
They're all stopped.
At
Time on this
12:03.
one?
They're all stopped at the same time.
Okay.
What time was that?
It was like 3:18, I think.
That
You
checks
said
out.
there's some sort of like carving that's like a figure carving, or is it just text into the?
No, somebody just
It's
carved
not.
this in the top of the table.
Okay.
Days
So-
trapped in Eldove's stupid hut.
Good
and then
hut.
32
32.
tick marks.
Got it. All right.
It's fine. I've been trapped in much worse places.
Give this room another once over.
Roll an intelligence investigation check.
Yeah.
That's what I named this text file brick road. eldovestupidhut.txt.
All one word though.
I have all my stuff saved as Eldove's dancing hut. I was being generous.
Ah, no, that's only a 6.
Well, actually, 3 different words, all lowercase with a dash in the middle.
Oh yeah, you know how I do.
Yeah.
Figured there might be some other information in there, but I didn't see anything.
Should we go through these doors first, or should we try to go through wooden bars, gold bands?
That seems scary.
Well, the unknown is always scary.
That's
So,
true.
which unknown do we want?
Let's go through this one then.
All right.
Crack
Yeah.
open this door.
Okay, and again, you got a black pane standing there.
Actually, Rat's gonna go over here and see if she can see whoever goes to the door if they come through either of these two doors.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll poke my head through.
Off we go.
And anybody going through that door ends up back here in the entrance, coming through door A.
Riot waves.
Woo! Hello.
So that-
No, not up here.
Is this also
over
a
here.
locked door here at the bottom? Oh, it's the wooden bars. Okay.
Oh, the
Hey,
entrance.
Yeah.
Oh,
The-
okay.
Back out. You
Yeah.
guys come back out into the entryway.
Coming out door A, and then we then need to go back through door A.
And when you come back through door A, you go back in through the door that you left from.
Oh.
This. What? Why is this?
And I'm gonna run all the way across the room and jump through this door.
And same thing, you end up back in the entryway.
Ha!
So,
Now, does that mean this door actually goes back to A? Because we came through this door originally, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Kelian will go through this door.
And you end up back out in the entryway.
All right.
Riot says, I tried that
So-
already.
Wait, Kelian, put your hand
Wasn't
through.
paying attention.
Just your hand. Put your hand through. And
All right.
Mahogany Ferocity puts her hand through and tries to give him a high five through the door.
And it doesn't work. There's no sense of you passing through a door until you actually pass through it.
Fuck.
You're all on one side of the door or the other. You can't be in two rooms at once.
Well, so much for that. Okay, I guess we start fiddling with this door, eh?
Yeah, you said we would need to like lift the bars to do something about this.
Yeah, it would be trivial to do so. You just pull the bars up. They hinge upward, and there's no keyhole on this door, notably.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, right. We'll try lifting the bars.
Okay, and she, with a grunt, move them up. They hinge off to the sides.
Crack open the door.
And the door beyond is another guest room. Looks identical to the other two. Except this one does not have a door on the far side.
Well, this is weird. Clearly,
I have an
something.
idea. And Ferocity goes and looks where there would be a door in the other rooms.
Okay. Roll an intelligence investigation check. How much of that wine did you drink?
Only a little. 11.
And examining the wall, the back walls of the place, the outside walls of this area, look like they're fitted together with sandstone blocks. And I mean, you go through with a once-over, checking where the door would be, and nothing obvious jumps out at you.
Hey, Kelian.
Hmm.
You're a rogue, right? Come over here. Check this out.
Prefer the term treasure hunter. Sorry. Yeah, I'll give it a look-see too. Look
No, I
over.
prefer the
Speak
term
out of
hatchet man.
character.
Roll an intelligence investigation check.
Could I aid Kelian in that? Give him advantage.
Oh wow, I have shit investigation. That's a 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Work
Nothing
Great.
in the wall jumps out at you, but there's something about the feather bed that seems strange.
I don't know why he'd
Does
do that.
Keelan put an arrow into the feather bed?
I think that's what he's going to do. Yeah, he shoots the feather bed.
With one of your glass bolts?
Yeah. 'Cause why not?
And you do so, and the bolt shatters.
I think there's something in that bed.
That's not quite what I was expecting, but thank you.
And now Kelian will pull the covers off the bed.
You
The bed
find
mimic, right?
one of the corners of the feather bed looks like it was damaged and then crudely repaired with needle and thread.
Maybe someone shot it.
Hmm.
What's next?
Yeah.
What's in there? Slice that open.
Is it? Does it form like a pocket, or is it?
Looks like it was torn
Just
open,
mended.
and then somebody mended it very crudely.
All right. Well, tear it open then.
Okay, you tear open the feather bed, and feathers start to pour out of it.
Nath's going to come back to here and step through the A doorway just to make sure it works both ways.
You were the third person to do that.
We already did
You end up back out in the entryway.
We did. Sorry, we did that already. All right. I'm gonna focus now.
Yeah, feathers start poking and pouring out of the tear.
Well,
And Ferocity playfully bats at them.
Are the clocks moving, or are they stopped right now?
No, they're all stopped. They're all
Go over to
stopped
this
at
clock and
12:03.
advance it an hour.
You start playing with the clock. Okay, you advance it an hour. It's now at 1:03. You guys standing in this room, you just notice the clock start moving.
It's
Whoa.
a puzzle.
who did that?
That was me.
Kelian
What?
shoots the clock.
How many more glass bolts do you have?
That's a good question. Let me open up my character sheet.
Hey,
Because there will be
16.
actual monsters at some point.
16.
I'll call back across and say, yeah, the clock over here just advanced an hour.
Yeah, that was me. I advanced
Roll
one
it
over
back
here.
2.
Oh.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Roll it back 2 hours.
Okay, I'll turn the clock back 2 hours.
And the one that mimics over here too as well.
Yeah, you see the clock. The hour hand moves. What are you doing with the bed?
Put it at 6 o'clock.
Sorry,
Oh.
digging through feathers.
Yeah, Kelian's standing there looking like an idiot, shooting at clocks, and just the feathers are falling all around him, I guess.
Okay, so the feathers are raining down. Liberation, reaching inside the feather bed, you pull out a few
Yeah.
clumps of feathers, throw them at Ferocity, and
Yay.
you eventually pull out a folded scrap of parchment.
Unfold it and take a look. See.
Okay, it's written in common.
Cool. I can read
And-
comment.
It recounts the stay of a prisoner of this room, who says he was kept prisoner by who he calls the Mad Dragon Mage. He describes him as an incredibly lavish and polite, but quite unrelenting in his quest for ever more magical power. And that's it. There's no account as far as the prisoner's eventual fate. Just
All right, maybe we should check the other guest rooms a little more thoroughly before we.
Riot is gonna ask whoever is manipulating the clock to try and set it to what is set at now? 12:03.
It was set at 12:03.
Yeah. Try setting it at 12:32.
Sure. I'll move the clock to 12:32.
okay. You move the clock to 12:32. And the other clocks follow in suit.
Okay.
Liberation moves into this room and checks the clock and makes sure that it matches.
It does,
All right, and the
Set it to
other
9
on the other
o'clock.
side.
and that one does as well.
I'll set this one to 9.
Okay, and now it's set to 9.
And I'll go through this door.
It's
You end up back out in the entryway.
This is
It's-
fun.
It sounds like if we spin the clock around so it hits every minute of every hour, still think nothing will still happen, right? Like if we're just winding it around from 12 to 12, doesn't actually hit a number and then click in a place or anything like that,
Kelian
right?
actually trying this?
Yeah.
I mean, because it only takes a minute or two. You just put your finger on the minute hand and spin it until both hands have gone all the way around the clock, and
Yeah.
no, nothing happens. And the rest of you guys standing in the other room, you just watch the clock face spinning for a couple minutes. But no, nothing obvious clicks. Nothing terrible happens. The clocks aren't mimics yet.
All right, I'm going to go back over into this room and say, "Hey, Riot, could you help me look through this room? I only gave it a quick once over and I didn't
Yeah.
find anything."
Yeah, sure.
Do an
Hey, Brett.
intelligence investigation. Go ahead. One of you can make it at advantage. What's up,
You're-
Bill?
Mine's
Just
plus
because
2, so
Okay. I think mine might also be +2.
Just a little bit of minor metagaming here, and because
Uh-huh.
this is something that Frosty would have noticed without metagaming, this place doesn't have the same effect as the last hut, right? Like, we're going through these doors and we're not being stripped of our magic. Because Frosty would look very differently if we were.
No.
No, nothing is happening to your magic effects.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, so that's a 20.
I mean, searching through the room, nothing looks out of place. I mean, you try to... I mean, you open up the front door of the clock, and you take apart the feather bed, check under the table, inside the trunk.
So we found some information in the other rooms. I thought that this might have some information.
I'm going to set the clock in here to 9:15.
Oh, you know what? My mistake. In this room that
Uh-huh.
you guys are in, and this other room over here where the carving was on the table, hanging on the wall next to the door, you found the key to the door to each of these rooms.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they can be locked or unlocked from either side. But other than that, yeah, nothing else
Yes.
leaps out of you. You set the
Can I
clock
set-
to what?
9:15.
Okay, you do so.
Okay, and I want to step through this door.
You end up back out in the entryway with Ferocity.
Okay.
Do you want to go try out this barrel? I've got Featherfall.
No. I think we'll still die. Featherfall doesn't let you, fly.
No, it's fine. We can
It's
give
not
someone a rope,
in Riot leagues.
and then we can swing on it. And Frostity's following her, saying this. Then we can swing on it, and we can jump off the other side, and the Featherfall will slow our descent, and we'll get to the edge of the pit.
Bottomless
Last-
pit.
I mean,
Nope.
I could make the jump from the ladder to the
Yeah,
ledge.
but none of the rest of us can. Is the thing.
We could give him the other side of the rope, and then he could hold it and pull us up when we fall. Featherfall will make us light.
I mean, you just give us all fly. It would take a lot of
Shut up!
resources, but
Riot's really determined to figure out this room.
Maybe there's just nothing to figure out.
Sorry,
Maybe this
Seth,
is,
that was rude.
maybe Eldove wants us to go down the barrel.
I
Something
really
here.
like the Featherfall spell.
do I notice anything if I just look up here and look around for the room from the higher perspective?
Standing on the dais, I mean, you're getting rained on because you've got this giant sphere of wine just hanging in the air, dripping.
Oh, okay.
But other than that,
What?
No.
Why isn't it flooding the room if it's raining like that?
it doesn't seem to be any
Is there-
particular answer to that question.
Is there a drain or anything? It just doesn't pool, or when the drops hit the base of the dais, do they evaporate?
Make a wisdom perception check. No, they're not evaporating because the top of the dais is actually a little bit slippery, and you step up
Okay.
there.
Wouldn't it be sticky?
That's what I'm perceiving. Hold on. There we go. That would be a 21.
Yeah, getting down on your knees, looking at the top ring of this dais, you do see little holes for the liquid to drain into. That's actually in my notes, and then in parentheses it says, because Destil's going to check.
Really? That's incredible.
I'll go ahead and step off of that and use prestidigitation to clean all the wine off myself.
Okay.
Ferocity will step down onto the stairs and
I'm
then
gonna go
lean
back to
down
one of these
and clean the
clocks.
wine off of herself.
I'm going to go
Okay.
back to one of these clocks and then set the clock to 3:02.
And you do so.
And then I'm going to go through this room, then I'm just go through the door.
And you end up back out in the entryway.
Hey guys, I
Back
know
in.
we're all really smart, but if someone was trapped in here, wouldn't they have tried this? I mean,
I don't
it's in
know.
the clock. That's a
She-
pretty...
She does have a point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty obvious puzzle.
32 days is a lot of time to try various combinations with the clocks and doors.
Yeah. So
Or we
maybe
just spin it around 32 times.
I don't know. I'm still all for trying
That's
to
not
jump
bad.
the ladder to the pit. But
If we advance time 32 days, I wonder
Yeah.
what would happen then.
actually no, wait. Maybe if we rolled it back 32 days.
Oh, you could try
I
doing
can-
both.
You can do both, yeah.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Yeah.
Guys, it's a circle.
Kelian starts winding the clock backwards. He's going to go around it 32 times.
We have to
Actually,
go
twice as many.
64
It's
times.
12-hour
It's
clock.
going to be 64 times. Yeah, assuming it's the 12 o'clock.
Yeah, you're right. It would be 64 times.
So we'll do that.
Okay. And Keelan, you spend a good amount of time, and your arm starts getting tired as you're moving this clock back and back and back and back. And the rest of you are in the rest of the rooms watching the clock face. And at the end of this ordeal, nothing happens.
Ugh.
All right.
Someone wind it forward. My arm's tired.
I'll do it. Right goes in.
You
Right
should-
goes to a different room and does it.
You should do it 33 times because they obviously were here at the beginning of the 32nd day.
Right just does it for a long time.
For a long time? Define a long time. Like, are you here for 10 minutes doing this? Or are you doing this for an hour?
10 minutes, I think, would be enough to advance it quite a number of weeks and days.
Yeah, and after 10 minutes, nothing noticeable has changed.
Okay.
Boo.
Huh. So what do we got? We got clocks that are all synced up. We have wine. We have doors that all lead back to the same place.
Is there like a cup or a glass or a flagon or something in here?
Inside the trunk in each room, you find a pretty ornate-looking mug.
Liberation takes the mug, goes back out to the dais, dunks it into the, holds it out underneath the flow of wine,
Okay.
and then takes a swig.
Yeah, and it's very strongly alcoholic, but a lot sweeter than you were expecting.
Yeah.
Haven't ever had anything quite like it.
Nah. Liberation switches to a water skin and takes a swig out of that to wash it down.
Okay.
Chases it with water because sweet yuck.
Ferocity gets out some rope. She walks through, drops it, walks through this door.
Liberation watches the rope as Ferocity drags the rope.
So you're bringing the rope with you, or you left the rope behind?
Yeah, bring half of it with me.
You can't bring half of it.
Liberation.
You can either bring it with you, or you can leave it behind.
So if like I drop it, does it like slink to one side?
It just follows you in. You can't have it in two rooms at once. There will be no shenanigans.
Well, see, that's very interesting to Ferocity, who's a sensate, and she does that like a good 6 or 7 more times.
After the second or third time she tries that, Liberation grabs a hold of the rope that she drops right after she steps through.
And if she's carrying it, it exits your hand and follows her into the room.
Huh.
Gives you a nasty rope burn.
Ow. Liberation
I don't.
shaking his hand.
I'm out of ideas. Maybe we should fly over the pit.
Yeah.
What's inside the grandfather clock up here?
You mean just
If I
opening the front door to where the pendulum's swinging?
Right.
Or notably not swinging, actually.
Right.
Nothing inside of it. It's just a simple glass door, essentially to keep dust and things from accumulating inside. Not that there's
Is
any
there-
dust on any of the surfaces of this place.
Is there a keyhole or something, or the mechanism to lock?
To wind the clock?
Yeah. Usually when a clock stops because its gears have become unwound, and you need to wind it again.
Yeah, there's such a keyhole. Like a little circular like pinhole that where a mechanism could fit inside and you could wind it.
Okay.
Maybe we should try winding it, if you got something to wind it with.
I don't really have anything though.
I'm not really much of a clock man.
Kelian, can you get something into this that would catch and wind the clock?
Can I? Does it seem feasible? Something feasible I could do with my thieves' tools?
Sure, make dexterity thieves tools check.
That is a 16. 16.
16. It takes some doing. But yeah, you managed to get the clock wound, give the pendulum a push, and it starts ticking away.
I'm gonna go look through the room to see if anything has
Yeah.
changed.
Nothing has changed, but now the clock inside the room you look into is ticking.
Okay. I'm gonna go through this door.
You end up back out in the entryway.
All right. Well, I might be out of ideas.
And the wine hasn't changed dripping at all?
Nope. Still dripping, still very sweet.
I call it to the escape room runner and say, hint.
Do you want to go drop down, try those other doors?
What's
Yeah,
with the
that's-
gold bands here?
Maybe the person who lived here liked gold.
Lots of people like gold. What does it make him special?
Taste drop.
He owned the place.
32. Clocks are ticking.
Hey, Frosty, come with me.
They're all
Yeah, let's do it.
out together.
So what's happening in
I
here?
pulled Kelian through by accident. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. What I do is I kick off of the ladder to the corner of the room. Have you been down here to actually see what this looks like?
No, because you said it was very windy.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
I figured
I'm
I
gonna
would
go
cast Featherfall first.
I'm gonna go ahead and try this one, just to make sure. Also, leads back.
Yeah, it does. All three of the doors still lead back out to the entry hall.
yeah, the liberation of Frosty are standing next to this barrel, kind of just staring down it and kicking ideas back and forth. Says, maybe. All right, here's what I'm doing. Is I'm gonna crawl down into the down here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to test. I'm gonna do a little bit of test. I'm gonna hold on to the ladder with one arm, 2 feet, and I'm gonna hold out and kind of see how much force the wind is pushing upward. Kind of gauging that much.
Not with a great amount of force. Like, it's not going to hinder your movement anyway. It just caught you off guard the first time. You weren't expecting to be dangling over a wide open pit with cold air blowing up through it. So it's not like a gale coming up. And as you're testing, like how much give and sway there is, this rickety ladder, you're not sure exactly how long it will hold if you were to start swinging on it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to swing on it.
Okay.
Frosty looks down into the barrel and then drops a copper piece in.
Drops a copper piece, and liberation, a copper piece bounces off your head and then falls down
Ow.
to the abyss.
Liberation rolls his eyes.
Wait, can you deflect that?
Throw it back. Frosty dies.
Liberation crawls back up out of the barrel, perches on the edge of the barrel, and all right, we're kind of out of options here. So what I'm thinking is, Ferocity, you follow me down, you take the rope, and I'll kick off the ladder, land on the ledge. You toss the rope to me.
All right, if
I
we're gonna
could
do
just
all
cast
that though,
fly on you. Do you have pittons or anything to secure the rope once you're on the floor?
I surely don't.
pardon
We
my
probably-
language, but I swear to heck, if you're gonna jump off, I'm gonna cast this Featherfall spell.
All right, you do you.
And Ferocity casts the Featherfall spell. Oh, don't worry.
Oh, waiting
It's
with
coming.
bated breath. Oh, it's some anime song. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is Liberation doing when he goes down?
Yeah, I'm going to jump off the ladder over to here.
Okay, and easy enough. I mean, you've got feather falls. Pretty trivial. It's about 30-foot drop from the bottom of the ladder to that ledge.
Riot,
Yeah,
are you still in
I'll
this
head
room?
down.
I'll step through and I'll just pop in. They went through the barrel. I tried to tell them that we should maybe do something productive first, but
Yeah, good
I'll
luck.
pop
with
down
that.
to the bottom of the ladder while
Wait,
he's
where are
doing
y'all
that,
going?
tie the rope to the ladder, and then jump down after liberation.
Do you also have feather fall?
Yes.
Okay, so you tied the rope to the
So
bottom
does
of the ladder.
Nath, by the way.
Okay. So you're holding the rope, and the rope is linked up to the bottom of the
The
ladder.
top of the ladder.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do with the rope?
I look around for something to tie it to.
Nothing apparent. No hooks or
Yeah, if we had a
I got something
shelves
dumb.
or anything like that.
you got a climbing kit, that would be helpful.
But again, it looks like the walls and floors here are made up of sandstone blocks. You'd be able to hammer a spike into them with relative ease.
all right.
Nath,
Well,
can you-
knowing Featherfall
can-
lasts for a minute and knowing that I have it, I'll drop
Wait,
through the
no.
ladder. Do you grab me? Because you're gonna have to stop me from actually doing it.
Right, what are you doing back in the guest rooms while they're playing with the barrel?
Riot is kind of wishing at the moment that she had some help. She's gonna go back and see if Kelian is still around.
He's staring angrily down at the barrel.
But you
Come on,
haven't
Kelian, come.
you haven't jumped into the barrel yet?
No.
Well, did you stop me from jumping down it?
No.
Okay.
See,
I'll grab the rope, and between that and Featherfall, guide myself down over here.
You come through the door and Kelian's just glaring at this stupid barrel with his stupid sign with his stupid arrow pointing to it.
Kelian, forget that. Come on. That's what it's not.
Like, what did they expect me to do? Guy who doesn't have featherfall. Like, am
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
supposed to climb down the rope and pray I don't fall into the pit? Yeah, I'm coming with you, Riot.
Thanks.
So what's the plan in the guest rooms here?
So, what Riot's thinking now is this guy who messed with the clock, who left the note, said, been trapped in over the super is, and that's true that he was here and he probably tried a lot of different things, but he was only one person. What if two of us try messing with the clocks at the same time?
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and set it back, and you try at the same time to stop it.
Yeah, Kelian will hold the minute hand in place.
Okay, make opposed strength checks.
All right.
All right.
Riot too strong. Riot strongest there is.
I got a.
It's a 12.
I have a 3.
A 12? So right, you feel considerably more resistance than there was previously. And Kelian, you're trying to move it one direction, but Riot's moving it the other direction. So
Well, they don't seem to be splitting.
it moves the way Riot wants it to move.
Okay. Okay, so that didn't work. What else could we do with two people that one person couldn't do?
How are we securing the rope over here in the bottomless pit room?
You got a climbing
for
kit,
now.
Nath?
Do I have a what?
You have a climbing kit, Nath?
Nope.
For now, I'm just tying it around like a bedroll, something heavy from my pack.
Okay.
It wouldn't be secure for someone to dangle off of, but it'll at least not blow into the pit.
I need all of you three to make a Constitution saving throw.
Does a
That's not gonna do it.
24 pass?
It does, yes.
Nath got a 20.
Frosty got a 12.
Got a 12. Suddenly,
Oh no, I'm sorry, less than that.
suddenly the wind or the breeze in the pit dies down just for a moment, and then you hear a very loud whoosh as it kicks back up very suddenly, and this time preceding the cold The cold breeze is... It's not visible, but it feels like a shock wave or a heat wave coming up out of it. And all of you, in the very back of your mouth, you taste something horrible. Like you've got that terrible cotton mouth after like a 13-hour long power nap or something. Ferocity.
Yeah.
You feel your tongue in your mouth noticeably swell, and it makes it more difficult to speak. So all charisma checks, like social checks involving speech, are made at disadvantage.
Guys, it's really cold.
And the force of it picks your bedroll up, and now your bedroll is dangling precariously close to the edge.
Exploration reaches out, grabs the bedroll, drags it back toward the wall here.
Okay.
Does anyone have something heavier?
Does anyone have a hammer? Or something that would suit as a hammer?
What's our next clock plan?
Kelian wants to
Got
pull
this
the
metal
clock off the wall.
microphone.
The clock's actually not attached to the wall. It's a freestanding clock, so it's standing on the ground. So you could slide it or tip it over, or...
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah.
I'll help you do that.
Which are you doing?
Well, let's try sliding it first.
Sliding it like away from the wall or along the wall, or...
Away from the wall.
Okay, and it's just like moving furniture. You manage to move it out from the wall a couple of inches. It's
there's
pretty
nothing
heavy.
tethering it.
No, it's a freestanding clock. Yeah, it's just like moving furniture. It's really heavy, but the two of you working together can move it pretty well.
Okay. And there's nothing in the floor where it was.
No, there's no decor or anything on the floor at all. It's just affixed with sandstone blocks.
Riot's gonna do something she probably should have done a while ago. And cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
So take 10 minutes for Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to be standing here for 10 minutes. So
What are
down
you
here
doing
in the
there?
pit.
Touching the wall, is it just smooth wall? Nothing adorning it or anything like that.
Looks
along
like
the
it's
wall?
affixed with or made with sandstone blocks. So it's not smooth. It's got texture to it, and then there's the cracks between the blocks every so often.
Okay.
I mean, I have a dagger that would be suitable as a makeshift pit, and I just need something to hammer it into the wall with.
You could use this other dagger.
No.
Hit it with the hilt.
Is that what you're going to try to do? Is affix the rope to a dagger and then use the dagger?
We're going to double dagger it.
Double dagger it? Okay, so you're going to bash the dagger into the wall with the rope affixed to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Works about as well as could be expected.
Frosty's going to have a drink of water.
Okay.
She's feeling that nasty cottonmouth feeling. Alright, what's going on in these other doors?
There's 4 of them. One on each side, and there's a couple of alcoves over here in the west.
Alright, well let's explore the whole room before we start going into doors.
And when you step over here, you see that 2 alcoves are actually spiral staircases.
The spiral staircases look like they lead downward into, say, a black pit,
I will know in a second here.
like glass.
These stairs lead downward, like you're on the top landing of it, and you can't see where they lead to from the top, because, I mean, they very quickly spiral out of view. The other ones here... Nope, I'm sorry, they both lead downward. So you're at the top landing of both of them.
Open up this door.
And
Pane
it's
of
painted glass on the other side.
Yeah.
Kelian,
believe
are
that
you doing
bottle
anything in there while Riot's doing her ritual?
No, Kelian will wait for the ritual to finish before he does what he wants to do.
Okay. Yeah, opening the door, and there's just the black pane on the other side. You cannot see through it.